Hello everyone, welcome to Study IQ. In this video, I will bring to you the 300 best MCQs for the month of June. This is part 4 in English. Let's start the video. Recently, the Union Cabinet has approved the Viability Gap Funding Scheme for installation and commissioning of 1 gigawatt of offshore wind energy projects. These projects will be installed in which state? So 1 gigawatt, you break it down into 500 megawatt into 2. So 500 megawatt worth offshore wind power we want from Gujarat, and the remaining 500 megawatt we want from Tamil Nadu. So 500 megawatt each, total 500, 1000 megawatt or 1 gigawatt. And what is offshore wind energy project? In the offshore wind energy project, the windmills are placed inside the ocean. And we also have onshore. In onshore, the windmills are placed on the land. And viability gap funding is a mechanism where the government gives money to make a project financially viable, financially sustainable. That is called viability gap funding. And how much funding are they targeting in this scheme? So total outlay is 7,453 crore rupees. 7,453 crore. And let me also tell you that the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy will be the nodal ministry for this viability gap funding scheme. Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Now the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, they recently celebrated the Global Wind Day on 15th of June 2024. And which state in India is currently leading in wind energy? It is Gujarat. So Gujarat is leading in India in the wind energy as of now. UP government has announced the setting up of the world's first conservation and breeding center for the Asian king vulture. Now, this will be set up at which place? Asian king vulture is one of the 9 types of vulture which is found in India. In India, you will find 9 different species of vulture. So this will be set up in Maharajganj. And Asian king vulture is critically endangered. Its IUCN status is critically endangered. So what will be the name of this center? It will be known as Jatayu Conservation and Breeding Center. This is the first conservation and breeding center in India for this particular type of vulture. Now most of the vultures in India, more than 90%, they have died in the last 50 years because of a drug called diclofenac. Diclofenac is a painkiller given to the animals, and when the animal dies, the vulture feeds on the dead animal. So this drug goes from the body of the animal to the body of the vulture, and it causes kidney failure. So because of diclofenac, most of the vultures in India, they have died. Northern Command of the Indian Army, they have ordered 550 ASMI submachine guns. So these ASMI are named as ASMI. Why? Because there is a word in Hindi called Asmita, which means pride. So the word ASMI comes from the word Asmita. These are submachine guns. So these will be manufactured by which company? So these will be manufactured by a company known as Lokesh Machine Limited. Lokesh Machine Limited, right? So Lokesh Machine Limited is the company. It is a company based in Hyderabad, and 550 guns order has been given. Now this is the first time that an Indian company will manufacture submachine gun. Now recently there is a German company called Heckler & Koch. German company, they are also giving India the submachine guns. So this company was in news. It is a German company called Heckler & Koch. Heckler & Koch. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe, they jointly launched a virtual plaque to mark the formal commissioning of Maritime Rescue Coordination Center. Maritime Rescue Coordination Center comprises the main center at which place? Maritime Rescue Coordination Center has been set up with the support of India. India has given a grant of $6 million to Sri Lanka. And it has been set up in Colombo, the main center at Colombo. And then there is a subordinate center which has been set up in Hambantota, all with the support of India. And what will this do? The Maritime Rescue Coordination Center, it will basically help in surveillance, it will help in disaster management. So it's multifactorial. It is multifactorial. Let me also tell you that there is an Indian company which is setting it up. Which Indian company? Bharat Electronics Limited. Now this is a company that works under the Ministry of Defense. It works under the Ministry of Defense, Bharat Electronics Limited. Also, there is an international organization known as the Colombo Process. There are 12 countries which are a member of the Colombo process. So countries like Afghanistan, Bangladesh, China, Cambodia, India, Indonesia, Nepal, Pakistan, Philippines, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Vietnam. These are the 12 members of Colombo process. And India has become the chairman of the Colombo process for 3 years from 2024 to 2026. And what is Colombo process about? Colombo process is about mutual cooperation in migration. So the migration has to be legal, it has to be safe, it has to be procedural, it has to follow a process. So this is for that. Global Energy Transition Index, which is called Fostering Effective Energy Transition, it has been released. It has been released by the World Economic Forum. Now, what is the rank of India in this important index? Energy Transition Index. Energy Transition Index shows how fast or how quickly and how serious a country is towards moving from conventional sources of energy to renewable or the renewable solar, wind, all these new sources of energy. So India's rank is a respectable 63 out of 120 countries. We have improved our rank. Last year we were at 67th position. 67th position. Now the number 1 country in this is Sweden, number 2 is Denmark, and number 3 is Finland. And this is an index given by the World Economic Forum. World Economic Forum. Appointment of Bhartohari Mehtab as the pro tem speaker was made under which article of the Constitution? So it was made under Article 95(1) of the Constitution of India. He is the son of Odisha's first Chief Minister, Mr. Hare Krishna Mehtab. So his name is Bhartohari Mehtab. So he is a seven-term member of Parliament from Cuttack. And he was the pro tem speaker of the 18th Lok Sabha. So pro tem speaker means for the time being, till the election of the speaker and deputy speaker is conducted. And usually the senior-most MP is made the pro tem speaker, usually. And so the pro tem speaker is appointed by the President of India. And he basically presides over the first sitting of the Lok Sabha, newly elected Lok Sabha. And he gives the oath to the newly elected MPs. And he also conducts the floor test to prove the government's majority. So that is the job of the pro tem speaker. 10th International Yoga Day was celebrated with the theme Yoga for Self and Society. Where did the main event happen this year? International Yoga Day was celebrated for the first time on 21st of June 2015. And the main celebrations happened this time in Srinagar, the capital of Jammu Kashmir Union Territory. And Yoga Day is very important from exam point of view. It is asked often in the exams, right? So Yoga Day, the first time it was celebrated was in 2015. 2015. Moving on, Ministry of Communication, they have notified the Post Office Act 2023. Now it replaces which old act? So the Post Office Act replaces the old act, Indian Post Office Act of 1898. 1898, and this act, the new act, Post Office Act 2023, it has become effective from 18th of June 2024. So it replaced, you can say, the 125-year-old act, because 1898 and 2023 there is a gap of 125 years. 125 years, right? Scientists have introduced MPMH21. It is a crop, a resilient crop, very useful for drought-prone areas. What is a type of? So it is basically a type of millet. And what type of millet? It is a pearl millet. So in Hindi we call pearl millet as bajra. Bajra. So there is a project called All India Coordinated Research Project on Pearl Millet, AICRP. And this project basically operates from Jodhpur in Rajasthan. Jodhpur in Rajasthan. And this pearl millet will be useful because it has grains also and it can produce fodder also. It produces more than 2,469 kg per hectare of grain. So it has very high productivity. It matures early. It flowers in just 47 days and matures in just 75 days. It has good nutrition value. It has iron, zinc, fat, protein, everything. So what is this project? All India Coordinated Research Project on Pearl Millet. So this is a project that was set up in 1965 by the Indian Council of Agriculture Research. And its headquarters, was shifted to Jodhpur in 1995. All India Coordinated Research Project on pearl millet. So this is a project which comes under the Agriculture University of Jodhpur. Directorate General of Civil Aviation, they have issued an advisory circular aimed at increasing the women's representation in the civil aviation sector to what percentage by 2025. So in the civil aviation sector in India, there are a lot of women who can work as pilots, as air hostesses, as ground duty staff and various other things. And we want at least 25% of the staff in the civil aviation sector as women by 2025. The women's representation in the aviation should be at least 25% by 2025. So this is the vision of Airport Authority of India and Directorate General of Civil Aviation. Now DGCA works under the Ministry of Civil Aviation. It is headquartered in New Delhi. Which Indian documentary has won the Golden Conch Award for Best Documentary at the 18th Mumbai International Film Festival? So this is the Golden Thread. Golden Thread was declared as the best documentary in the international category. What about the national category? So in the national category, 6A Akash Ganga, it won the Silver Conch Award for being the best documentary. Mumbai International Film Festival is also not a small film festival because it has been there for a long time now, and it is conducted in Mumbai. It was a 7-day event. This festival started in 1990, so it is very old. And the most important award here was the Lifetime Achievement Award, which is called V. Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award. And V. Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award carries a cash of 10 lakh rupees. And as the name says, it is given for lifetime achievement in the cinema field. So who won it? It was given to a wildlife filmmaker called Subbiah Nalla Muttu. So he was given the award. Professor C.V. Chandrasekhar, Padma Bhushan awardee, passed away. He was associated with a dance. Which classical dance? So this is Bharatnatyam, and this is the classical dance of Tamil Nadu. Kathakali is the classical dance of Kerala. Kuchipudi of Andhra Pradesh, and Kathak is a classical dance of North India, mainly UP. And he won various awards like the Sangeet Natak Academy Award for Bharatnatyam in 1993. So he was a legendary Bharatnatyam dancer. World Investment Report came recently. They have highlighted a 43% decrease in FDI to India. FDIs in India reduced significantly in 2023 calendar year. So who gave this report? World Investment Report. This is a very prestigious report, by the way, and it is published by United Nations Trade and Development, UNCTAD, that is headquartered in Geneva. So India's rank was 15th among those countries which received maximum FDI. Who was number 1? Of course, America. America is always number 1. China was number 2, and India was at 15th position in terms of receiving the FDI. So according to this report, India received $49 billion of FDI in 2022, and India received just $28 billion of FDI in 2023. So this is a huge reduction. Right? This was a report given by them, and UNCTAD also publishes the Trade and Development Report. Let me also tell you, there is a United Nations Global Supply Chain Forum. It was organized for the first time by UNCTAD, where? In Barbados, capital Bridgetown. So the first ever United Nations Global Supply Chain Forum was organized in Bridgetown in Barbados by UNCTAD. And this is the first time that this forum has happened in 2024. The next forum will take place in 2026 in Saudi Arabia. Which city has made history by becoming the first UNESCO City of Literature in India? The first UNESCO City of Literature in India is Kozhikode. This is a city in Kerala. It is known for its rich literary heritage. It has thousands of libraries. And last year, it was also put in the United Nations UNESCO, that is UNESCO, UN agency, UNESCO's Creative City Network also. If you remember, last year, Gwalior was added in the city of music, and Kozhikode was added as a city of literature. Now officially, Kozhikode has been declared as the first ever city of literature from India. And the government of Kerala, they announced that 23rd of June will be celebrated as the City of Literature Day of Kozhikode, because it has got this huge honor from UNESCO. Which company has launched its AI model called Claude 3.5 Sonnet? So this is a large language model of a company called Anthropic. It is called Claude 3.5 Sonnet. It is their strongest LLM so far, right? And China has launched a model called ChatGPT, which is based on the principles or political philosophy of the president Xi Jinping. Which of the following city has been designated as the World Craft City by the World Crafts Council, highlighting the skill and dedication of their artisan? So this is Srinagar, capital of Jammu Kashmir Union Territory. It has been designated as this. And World Craft Council, where do they operate from? Where is the headquarters of World Craft Council? So World Craft Council is an international non-for-profit organization that was set up in 1964. 1964, right? And Srinagar has a lot of different types of indigenous crafts. So that is why it was chosen. The headquarters is located in Kuwait. Right? Reusable launch vehicle called Pushpak is associated with which organization? Pushpak. Now Pushpak is a very important reusable launch vehicle, reusable rocket, and it is associated with ISRO. The answer is ISRO. The testing was done in Chitradurg district of Karnataka, and this is a mission that is headed by Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. This entire mission that we needed to produce reusable rockets, it was headed by Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, and we tested this rocket. How? We released it from the Chinook helicopter from a height of 4.5 km. And for this mission, Mr. J. Muthu Pandian was the mission director. For this particular mission. Which of the following defense public sector company has signed an agreement with a German-based shipping company, for constructing 4 multi-purpose cargo vessels? This is an order of $54 million. So they have signed an agreement with a German company, and this is Garden Shipbuilder and Engineer. So they have signed agreement with 2 German companies. One is called Karsten Raeder and Reederei. So these are the 2 German companies which will be provided 4 ships by Garden Shipbuilder and Engineer. And Garden Shipbuilder and Engineer is based in Kolkata. And let me tell you that Garden Shipbuilder and Engineer is making research vessel also for the DRDO. They have got a contract worth 500 crore rupees. International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, they have moved Iberian lynx animal. Their conservation status has been changed from endangered to now what? So it has been changed from endangered to now vulnerable. This shows that it has improved. In fact, it is one of the most successful conservation stories of our time. And this animal, this is a wild cat. It is mainly found in Spain and Portugal. So in 2001, only 68 individuals were remaining, but now their population has shot up to 648. That is why the status has been changed from endangered to vulnerable. The degree of threat has reduced. Board of which of the following organization has fully approved the final structure of African Vaccine Manufacturing Accelerator? It's a financing mechanism aimed at creating a sustainable vaccine manufacturing industry in Africa. So, board of which organization has created it? This African Vaccine Manufacturing Accelerator, it will be like a subsidiary organization of Gavi, which is the Vaccine Alliance. Global Vaccine Alliance, in short, Gavi. So they have set up this, and this organization was launched on 20th of June 2024, and it will help Africa become self-reliant in vaccines. And they will raise around $1 billion over the next 10 years to expand the manufacturing of vaccines in Africa. Right? And Gavi Vaccine Alliance was created in the year 2000. It is headquartered in Geneva in Switzerland. It is a global vaccine alliance which is supported by different organizations like WHO, UNICEF, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, World Bank, etc. to help the developing countries, the world's poorest countries, get vaccines. For Armed Forces Medical Service officers from India, they have won 32 medals in the 43rd World Medical and Health Games. Where were these games held? So they were held in Saint-Tropez, which is a city in France. So these are the games where AFMS officers, they participated. The officers were Lieutenant Colonel Sanjeev Malik, Major Anish George, Captain Stephen Sebastian, and Captain Dania James. Recently, as a tribute to the heroes of the Kargil War, Indian Army has opened the Khalubar War Memorial. Where is it? Khalubar War Memorial is an important war memorial, and it is located in Aryan Valley in Ladakh. It is located in Aryan Valley in Ladakh. And 26th of July, we will celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Kargil War victory. The operation was called Operation Vijay. Operation Vijay. And recently, Indian Army, they also launched a Delta 5 D5 motorcycle expedition, again to commemorate the Kargil War victory in 1999. Recently, central government has made a high-level committee to oversee the transparency and look into the functioning of the National Testing Agency. Who will be heading this committee? NTA, you know, there were issues. There will be no retest of NEET, but then NTA conducts NEET exam and they needed more transparency. So K. Radhakrishnan, he is the former chairman of ISRO. So this committee has been set up. And let me tell you, NTA was set up in 2017 and it conducts a lot of exams in India like NEET, JEE, CTET, GATE, GMAT, CAT, UGC NET and CSIR NET. Fast Track Immigration Trusted Traveler Program has been started by which organization in India? So in this, the immigration process for the pre-verified Indian nationals and overseas citizens of India cardholder will be fast-tracked. So for this, Ministry of Civil Aviation, they have collaborated with which organization? This is the Bureau of Immigration. Bureau of Immigration. And this facility will be available free of cost. Currently, it will be launched at 21 airports of India. So initially, it will be launched at 7 airports, but it will be expanded to 21 airports. These 7 airports where it is launched currently are the big airports like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kochi and Ahmedabad. So in the first phase, it has been launched at Delhi airport and these 7 airports, total 8 you can say, but it will be expanded to 21 major airports. And basically this FTI, Fast Track Immigration Trusted Traveler Program, it will do all the verification of you and it will reduce the immigration process time. So journey will become much more smoother for you. Now Bureau of Immigration portal, Bureau of Immigration, there will be a portal by the Bureau of Immigration. Bureau of Immigration will be the nodal agency for fast track immigration and Bureau of Immigration works under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Very important. Bureau of Immigration works under the Ministry of Home Affairs. CrowdEye, this is a mobile app. It is a device which has been developed by which IIT? It has been developed by IIT Roorkee, and CrowdEye will tell you about the crowd at the Char Dham shrine, Kedarnath, Badrinath, Gangotri and Yamunotri. If the crowd increases at any place, it will tell you. So this device will do the real-time monitoring of the religious places to manage the crowds. Scientists from India, China and United Kingdom, they have developed a water repellent catalyst named as spherical superhydrophobic activated carbon catalyst. This catalyst will reduce the cost of manufacturing what? So it will reduce the cost of manufacturing biodiesel. And India, China and the British scientists, they came together to develop this super hydrophobic activated carbon catalyst. The production of biodiesel will be cheaper now. You know, currently in India, the cost of biodiesel is around 100 rupees or $1.2 per liter. It will come down to around 30 rupees or 37 cents per liter. Biodiesel is a environment friendly fuel. It's a renewable biodegradable fuel manufactured domestically from vegetable oils, animal fats, or recycled restaurant grease. India's first artificial intelligence-based smart fence project called EleFence is installed where? It has been installed in Kerala recently to stop the elephant-human conflict. It has been installed in Wayanad and basically it has been installed by a company called White Elephant Technologies. It's a company that is based in Kochi in Kerala. So how it will help? Well, it will help because it will do real-time monitoring of elephants, and as soon as the elephant comes in contact with the fence, it will issue an alarm. It will tell everyone in the distance of some meters that elephants are here, so you can run away or you can just protect yourself. So when the elephants approach within the 50 to 60 meter range of this fence, then cameras will capture live visuals and trigger alarms that will warn the local residents and notify the forest officials also. Which state government has launched an intensified campaign to eradicate malaria from the state by 2027? So this is a decision taken by the government of UP. The answer is Uttar Pradesh, and June is celebrated as the anti-malaria month. Malaria is caused by a Plasmodium parasite that is carried to the human blood by the Anopheles mosquito. Anopheles mosquito. Understood? Central government has notified that certain provisions of Telecom Act 2023 shall come into effect from 26th of June. This act has repealed which old act? A very important question. It has repealed the Indian Telegraph Act of 1885. It has replaced the 138-year-old Indian Telegraph Act 1885. It has also repealed the Wireless Telegraph Act of 1933, and it has also repealed the Telegraph Wires Act of 1950. So 3 acts in fact are repealed, but the most important of course is the Indian Telegraph Act of 1885. 1885. Which of the following company has embarked on an innovative pilot project for underground coal gasification in Jamtara in Jharkhand at the Kasta coal block? So our coal gasification target is 100 million ton by 2030. For the first time in India, there is a project for underground coal gasification. And this is a project taken by Eastern Coalfield Limited. Eastern Coalfield Limited, right? So Eastern Coalfield Limited is the answer. Eastern Coalfield Limited is a subsidiary of Coal India Limited. And you know the Raniganj coalfield, all of these important coalfields in Jharkhand and West Bengal, a lot of them, they are a part of Eastern Coalfield Limited. National Stop Diarrhea campaign was launched by which ministry recently? The aim is to attain 0 child deaths because of loose motions or diarrhea. So this is a 2-month campaign from 1st of July to 31st of August. It has been launched by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So children will be given ORS solution, oral rehydration salt solution. They will be given zinc tablets. A lot of logo, posters, radio, audio visual, they will be shared with the masses. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has launched One Week, One Theme campaign showcasing the recent success stories of India in different streams of science and tech. It is an initiative under which organization? It is an initiative under CSIR. CSIR works under the Ministry of Science and Technology, and Director General of CSIR is Nalla Thambi Kalai Selvi from Tamil Nadu. She has also been given extension recently. So every week you can see there are multiple weeks that will be celebrated throughout the year, and every week they will showcase the achievements of CSIR in that particular theme. So very similar program, One Week, One Lab, was celebrated last year, where every week they showcased one for every one laboratory of CSIR their achievements, because CSIR has a lot of laboratories, more than 35 laboratories, and this time instead of 1 week, 1 lab, they have one theme, 1 week. Recently, Indo-Mediterranean Initiative has been launched to study, support and promote the partnership between India and which country? The answer is Italy. Italy recently hosted the G7 summit also, where? In Fasano, which is a city in Apulia, also known as Puglia province of Italy. And what are we cooperating on? We will cooperate on in India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. So Italy is also one of the parties to that corridor. So we will cooperate with Italy with respect to this corridor. Who has become the next Vice Chief of the Indian Army? It is N.S. Raja Subramani. He replaces Upendra Dwivedi. Upendra Dwivedi became the Chief of the Army Staff. Frank Duckworth passed away. He was a British person. So Duckworth-Lewis method is for which sport? Duckworth and Lewis, they both were British people, and Mr. Stern was from Australia, right? So these are the 3 people who had Duckworth-Lewis-Stern method. It was started by Frank Duckworth and Tony Lewis, and then Stern added computer analytics. So that is why it is called Duckworth-Lewis-Stern method. So this is related to cricket. Which initiative has been introduced under the Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2 to enhance the preparedness of the urban local bodies, ensuring they are well equipped to handle the challenges posed by heavy rainfall? During the monsoon season, very heavy rainfall happens in India, southwest monsoon, and basically there is a initiative which has been started, and the initiative will be called Safai Apnao, Bimari Bhagao. Let's embrace cleanliness and let us make the diseases run away, Bimari Bhagao. So this will run for 2 months, 1st July to 31st of August, and Swachh Bharat Mission Urban is run by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So we need to make sure that the urban local bodies are well prepared. And Swachh Bharat Mission Urban version 2 was launched in 2021. It will run all the way till 2025-26. Innovation for Defense Excellence IDEX initiative is going on. Under the IDEX, you get up to 1.5 crore rupees grant by the Ministry of Defense if you are doing research and development or innovation in a defense production, defense field. So Innovation for Defense Excellence, they have partnered with which company recently? By the way, this is the 350th contract under IDEX. That is more important question. And which company will make miniature satellites capable of carrying multiple advanced payloads up to 150 kgs for the Indian Air Force? This is a company called Space Pixel. Space Pixel is a company based in Mumbai, and this is the 350th contract under IDEX, Innovation for Defense Excellence. Innovation for Defense Excellence is managed and funded by an organization called Defense Innovation Organization. Defense Innovation Organization. If you want more funding, there is IDEX Prime, which will give you funding from 1.5 crore to 10 crore. If you want more, then Aditya scheme, you can get funding up to 25 crore. And if you want more, then Technology Development Fund, where you can get up to 50 crore. Up to 50 crore. So these are some avenues which are available for you if you want the funding by the Ministry of Defense. By the Ministry of Defense. As per recent information, Indian government has monetized the assets worth how much amount? Worth how much amount, then you need to tell me. This is under the National Monetization Pipeline in the financial year 2024. So they have monetized the assets worth 1.56 lakh crore. 1.56 lakh crore. Now look, this is a scheme that started in the financial year 22. It will run all the way till financial year 25. Now out of the 1.56 lakh crore that they monetize in the financial year 24, which is the ministry that monetized the most? So this is the Coal Ministry. Coal Ministry, 56,794 crore, and second was the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, 40,314 crore. So the ministries, they monetize their assets, and this is a scheme, National Monetization Pipeline, from financial year 22 to all the way to financial year 25. And in the first 2 years, 2.3 lakh crore was monetized. 2.3 lakh crore. In the financial year 24, now 1.56 lakh crore is monetized. So every year, Government of India in the budget, they give some projection. By the way, our target for financial year 24 was 1.8 lakh crore. We did not achieve our target, but we managed 1.56 lakh crore. 1.56 lakh crore. Which ministry has launched a comprehensive plan to create tobacco-free educational institution? These are called TOFI guidelines. TOFI means tobacco-free educational institutions across the country, under which the government plans to enforce a 100-yard tobacco-free zone around the educational institutions. So this is the Ministry of Education. 100-yard will be a tobacco-free zone around all the education institutions, be it schools, colleges, or universities. Now, TOFI guidelines are a part of National Tobacco Control Program. National Tobacco Control Program. National Tobacco Control Program, Government of India launched it in 2007-2008. 2007-2008. And we celebrate World No Tobacco Day on 31st of May. This time the theme was protecting the children from tobacco industry interference. Which university has been licensed by the India affiliate of the Institute of Risk Management to set up India's first and East India's only global center for enterprise risk management? Global Center for Enterprise Risk Management will be India's only, East India's only, and India's first global center for enterprise risk management. It will be set up by the Shri Shri University, which is in Cuttack. Shri Shri University, which is in Cuttack. Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, they have enhanced the share of allocation for fertilizer sector under the SITE program of National Green Hydrogen Mission from 5.5 lakh ton per annum to how much of green ammonia? So green ammonia will be produced, similarly green hydrogen will be produced, and the green ammonia that will be given to the fertilizer sector earlier was 5.5 lakh ton. Now it has been enhanced to 7.5 lakh ton per annum. This is National Green Hydrogen Mission. In Green Hydrogen Mission, we want to create an India where by 2030 we are able to produce 5 million metric ton, 5 MMT of green hydrogen every year. 5 million metric ton of green hydrogen every year we should be able to produce by 2030. And Government of India, they started National Green Hydrogen Mission in the financial year 24, and it will run all the way till financial year 30. and government will spend 19,744 crore on this National Green Hydrogen Mission. And SITE is an important program under the National Green Hydrogen Mission. SITE means Strategic Interventions for Green Hydrogen Transition. Out of 19,744 crore that will be spent on the Green Hydrogen Mission, 17,490 crore, more than 80%, 80 to 90% will be spent on just the SITE program. So the allocation has been increased for green ammonia will be provided to the fertilizer sector by 2 lakh ton per annum, from 5.5 lakh to 7.5 lakh ton per annum. Bharat Center of Olympic Research and Education was inaugurated to serve as a hub of knowledge, innovation and performance in the Indian sports ecosystem. So it has been inaugurated at which place? It has been inaugurated very recently at a very important university called Rashtriya Raksha University, which is located in Gandhinagar in Gujarat. So the center will be serving as a research body for sports, games, Olympics, etc. So this is the only Olympic academic center in India, and this is the first in India, Bharat Center of Olympic Research and Education. Who among the following has been elected as the Speaker of the 18th Lok Sabha? He is of course Om Birla. Back to back he is appointed as the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. He was the Speaker on the 17th Lok Sabha as well, and he is a third-time Member of Parliament from Kota constituency in Rajasthan. So he is the 6th Speaker from India to be elected for second term. Rahul Gandhi will be the leader of opposition. United States of America has designated which country as a major non-NATO ally? He is not a member of NATO. There are 32 members of NATO, but it's a non-NATO ally. So this is Kenya. The answer is Kenya. Kenya has been designated as a major non-NATO ally. And major non-NATO ally, basically this is a designation given by America for enhanced defense, trade and security cooperation. So 18 countries already are major non-NATO allies of America. This is the 19th country to become major non-NATO ally. NATO is headquartered where? NATO is headquartered in Brussels, capital of Belgium. Which of the following company has launched a UPI app called SuperMoney? SuperMoney has been launched by Flipkart recently to enhance digital payment services to their customers. The answer is Flipkart, which is owned by the Walmart Group. Who has made history by becoming the first player ever to pick up 2 hat-tricks in T20? He is none other than Pat Cummins. He has taken 2 hat-tricks in T20 World Cups. Now there are a lot of players who have taken 2 hat-tricks in T20, but not in the T20 World Cup. So he took it against Afghanistan in the Super 8 clash. Which country spacecraft has successfully brought samples from the far side of the moon back to the Earth? This was their mission called Chang'e 6. This is a mission by the Chinese National Space Agency. The answer is China. So they have brought rocks and sand, etc. from the far surface of the moon. They have collected around 4.4 pound or 2 kg of the lunar material. This was collected by the Chang'e 6 mission. It was a 53-day mission. Which organization was granted the Mini Ratna status category 1 during the Golden Jubilee celebrations? So which organization I'm talking about, which has been designated as a Mini Ratna category 1 status? It is Central Electronics Limited. Central Electronics Limited. Now look, this company celebrated Golden Jubilee on 26th of June at their Ghaziabad campus. Now Central Electronics Limited is a company that works under the Ministry of Science and Tech. It was set up in 1974. It is headquartered in New Delhi. Okay. Yes, the celebrations happened in Ghaziabad, but it is headquartered in New Delhi. And Mini Ratna status is given by Department of Public Enterprises that works under the Ministry of Finance. So now it is a category 1 Mini Ratna company. What is category 1 Mini Ratna company? So to be eligible to be declared as category 1 Mini Ratna, you should be profitable for the last 3 years. And in one of the last 3 years, your profit has to be at least 30 crore or more. Which country has become 100th country to join ISA as a full member? So 100th country to become a full-time member of International Solar Alliance is Paraguay. It is a South American country. 100th country is this. And International Solar Alliance is headquartered in Gurugram in Haryana. And it was set up during COP21, that is COP21 that happened in Paris in 2015. CAG of India has inaugurated India's first Chadwick House Navigating Audit Heritage Museum. It was inaugurated at which place? It was inaugurated recently in Shimla in Himachal. There is a place called Chadwick House, very famous place. So that is where Navigating Audit Heritage Museum has been set up. It will showcase the rich history of Indian auditing. Now, Chadwick House was visited by Mahatma Gandhi in 1946. It has a very rich history. And it has also been used as a training school for the Indian Audit and Account Service since 1950. According to the recently released Migration and Development Brief, June, growth in the remittances to India is likely to halve to 3.7% from 7.5% in 2023. This report is released by which organization? The remittances to India, how much was our remittance? Well, India received the highest remittance in the world. In 2023, we received $120 billion. And in 2024, we are expected to receive $124 billion. And in 2025, we are expected to receive $129 billion. So this will keep on increasing. However, the percentage growth will decrease. This is a report which was given recently by the World Bank. And India received highest remittance in the world. Second was Mexico, third was China, and fourth was Philippines. Mexico received $66 billion and China received $50 billion. Fourth joint exercise of the Indian Air Force, Egyptian Air Force, happened recently in Egypt. What is the name? So the name is Exercise HOPEX. Exercise HOPEX is a joint Air Force exercise of the Indian Air Force and the Egyptian Air Force. Where it is taking place? It is taking place at the Bari Ghat Air Base. At the Bari Ghat Air Base. Which union territory has become the first to achieve full functional literacy under ULAS, Nav Bharat Saksharta Karyakram, New India Literacy Program? Which union territory? So this is a program which is run by the Ministry of Education, and Ladakh Union Territory has become the first to achieve 100% or full functional literacy. So what is this program? ULAS program, New India Literacy Program. It is a centrally sponsored scheme from 2022 to 2027. It is for adults who are aged 15 years and above. So those adults who could not get good schooling because of poverty or other reason, we need to make sure that these people, they have basic foundation literacy and they achieve good numeracy, right? So ability to read, write and count, that is called foundational literacy and numeracy. Also critical life skills like digital, legal, financial literacy, health awareness, that is also part of it, and basic education. So this scheme has all of these components, and the program aims to cover 5 crore learners during 5 years from 2022 to 2027. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has announced to build new international airport. The capacity will be 3 crore passengers per year. Where? So it will be set up in Hosur. It will be set up in Hosur in Tamil Nadu. The answer is Hosur. Hosur is a place in Krishnagiri district, very near to Chennai. And one more airport is coming up in Parandur in Tamil Nadu. Parandur is a place in Kanchipuram, and this one is a bigger airport. It can handle 10 crore passengers per annum. Children in which of the following state will receive school in a box in model relief camps to continue their education amidst the trauma of losing their homes because of the floods and landslides? These are the annual Brahmaputra floods in Assam. The answer is Assam. There are a lot of these relief camps where the children, they will receive school in a box. They will receive books and notebooks and pen, papers, all these so that their education does not stop. And by the way, this is a program that is supported by UNICEF also. So even UNICEF is supporting this program. eSaksha e-Evidence is a mobile app which has been launched. This app is developed by which organization? What is the question? So this app is developed by National Informatics Center that works under the Ministry of Electronics and IT. So eSaksha, basically you can record whatever you record, the photographs of the crime scene, the videos, audio, everything you can record here. eSaksha means e-evidence. E-evidence, and you know that recently we have Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam 2023 that replaces the Indian Evidence Act of 1872. United States has offered to co-produce its Javelin missiles to meet the requirements of the Indian Army. What type of missile is Javelin? Javelin is an important missile that India has been wanting for a long time now, and it is an anti-tank missile. Now we do have some anti-tank missiles like Nag, like Dhruvastra, Helena, all of that, but this one is special. It is called FGM-148 Javelin. It is an advanced anti-tank weapon system missile. It is a man-portable missile. You can fire it from your shoulder. It is very lightweight. It is very lightweight. So you can, it is like 22 kg something. So you can just, it is portable. You can carry it from one place to another. The range of this missile is around 2.5 kilometer. And it is produced jointly by the two American companies. One is Raytheon and one is Lockheed Martin. Raytheon and Lockheed Martin, who has been awarded the Pen Pinter Prize for being a writer of courage. Pen Pinter Prize is given to Arundhati Roy, the famous Indian writer, for defense of the freedom of expression. Now look, this award is named after Harold Pinter. Harold Pinter was a British writer. He was also the winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature. And this award was started in 2009 by English Pen. English Pen is a non-for-profit organization in Britain. So in memory of Harold Pinter, they started this award in this organization was set up in 1921, English Pen, but they started this award only in 2009. It is an organization that is based in London in England. Director General of Railway Protection Force has launched which mobile app to educate and empower the Railway Protection Force personnel by providing information on the 3 new criminal laws. So what is the name of this app? This is called Sangyan app. Sangyan app. You know that Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita 2023, Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Samhita 2023 and Bharatiya Sakshi Adhiniyam 2023, they all have been enacted recently, right? So that is why it is important, and they will replace the old laws. Indian Penal Code of 1860, Indian Evidence Act of 1872 and Code of Criminal Procedure CRPC 1973. All of these have been replaced now. Prime Minister of India has launched JKCIP project, Competitiveness Improvement in Agriculture and Allied Sector project. This is a partnership between the government of Jammu Kashmir and which organization? So this is a project which is run in Jammu Kashmir by International Fund for Agriculture Development, that is headquartered in Rome. And this is a project worth 1800 crore rupees. This project will be executed in all the 20 districts of Jammu Kashmir. It will benefit 3 lakh households. If in one household there are average 5 members, so it will benefit 15 lakh beneficiaries, 1.5 million people or 15 lakh beneficiaries and 3 lakh families. So they will be taught climate smart agriculture, good agriculture practices, diversification of crops, all of these things, right? So in this program, how much money will be spent? Well, 217.2 million, and IFAD will contribute $100 million. IFAD will contribute $100 million, and some money will be contributed by the Jammu Kashmir government and some will be by the private banks. MOU for cooperation in oceanography was signed between India's National Institute of Oceanography and which institute to promote joint research and exploration in ocean sciences? Well, the National Institute of Oceanography will work very closely with Bangladesh Oceanographic Research Institute, and India's National Institute of Oceanography works under CSIR, and it is located in Donapola in Goa. It was set up in 1966. Which institute has launched a IoT based app called eCrop to advanced precision agriculture? eCrop has been started very recently by Central Tuber Crops Research Institute, that is based in Thiruvananthapuram. So eCrop will help the farmers to manage very scarce natural resources. It by precisely measuring soil moisture, soil temperature, nutrient content and weather parameters. UP cabinet has approved to set up a museum of temples in Ayodhya. Now you need to tell me it will be set up by which company as their CSR project. Who will give the money for this project? It is the Tata Sons. They will give 650 crore rupees for Museum of Temples. It will showcase the history of all the glorious temples of India. SpaceX company has launched final satellite for NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Program. GOES-U is the name of the satellite. So this satellite is of which space agency? GOES-U is a satellite that is a satellite of NASA, the American Space Agency, GOES-U. And this is a satellite that tells everything about the weather and environmental conditions across much of the Western Hemisphere. So this is a very important satellite and it was launched by SpaceX. They launched the final satellite under GOES-U program. As per recent amendment in the Central Civil Services leave rules, commissioning mothers opting for surrogacy will now be entitled to how much of maternity leave? Well, the commissioning mothers if they become mothers through surrogacy route, they will get 180 days of maternity leave. 180 days of maternity leave. What about a normal mother? She gets 2 years. If she has conceived through normal intercourse, normal sex, then 2 years. But if someone has become a mother through surrogacy, she will also get 180 days of leave. What about the males? Well, the commissioning fathers, if they are male government servant, then they are eligible for 15 days of paternity leave. 15 days of paternity leave they can take within 6 months from the child's delivery date. So these are the new rules. North Atlantic Council has decided to appoint whom as the next Secretary General of NATO. So NATO, their decision-making body is called North Atlantic Council, and Mark Rutte, who was the former Prime Minister of Netherlands, only recently abdicated his post. He was the Prime Minister for 14 years in a row. His tenure starts from 1st October 2024. So former Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte is the next Secretary General of NATO. Which military station has become the second military station in India to have a road made from plastic waste? The first one was which one? Now the second is Jaipur. Jaipur military station is using plastic waste to make roads, right? And the first one was the Narangi military station, which is in Guwahati in Assam. Narangi military station in Guwahati in Assam. Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Samhita shall come into effect on 1st of July. As per this act, the criminal court will declare judgments within how many days after the trial's conclusion? So you can see here, the judgment in the criminal cases will be within 45 days of the completion of the trial, and charges will be framed within 60 days of the first hearing. So these are the two important things to remember about the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Samhita, or it has replaced CRPC, right? It has replaced CRPC very, very recently. So do remember it. It's a very, very important question. And it has replaced the CRPC of which year? CRPC of 1973. Which of the following company has been awarded the Navratna status by the Department of Public Enterprises? This is Mazagon Dock Shipbuilder. Now this company was started in 1774, so it has completed 250 years of glorious service to the nation. And it is based in Mumbai, one of the largest shipyards of India. It was a Mini-Ratna company, now it is a Navratna company. It is the 18th company in India to get Navratna status. And by the way, if you get a Navratna status, you can invest up to 30% of your net worth or 1000 crore, whichever is lower, without the permission of the central government. So it is a Navratna company. Also, other companies have also become Navratna recently, like Irada, HUDCO, National Fertilizer Limited, etc. As per recent announcement, Jabalpur Airport in Madhya Pradesh will be named after which warrior queen? She is Rani Durgavati. Rani Durgavati belonged to the Chandel dynasty of Mahoba, and then she became the queen of the Gond kingdom, right? Even we have an Indian Coast Guard ship, ICGS Rani Durgavati, which is also named after her. South India's first and India's largest leopard safari has started where? It has started in Bannerghatta Biological Park, which is located in Bannerghatta National Park, not very far from Bengaluru. It is located in Karnataka. Leopard safari has started here. Australian government has entered into $18 million MOU with which organization under the Space Maitri mission, which aims to foster closer ties between commercial, institutional and governmental space organizations. $18 million MOU has been signed between Australia and NSIL, New Space India Limited. NSIL. NSIL was also in news because they have made GSAT-20 communication satellite of India, India's latest communication satellite. So what will NSIL do? Maitri. Maitri means Mission for Australia, India's Technology Research and Innovation. And so there is an Australian spacecraft called Optimus. It will be launched in 2026 by NSIL. It is a 450 kg Optimus spacecraft. It will be launched by SSLV, or Small Satellite Launch Vehicle, that can carry up to 500 kgs of weight in the space. Who among the following was honored by President of United Nations General Assembly on International Day for Women in Diplomacy that was celebrated on 24th of June? What is her name? This time he honored an Indian diplomat, former diplomat called Hansa Mehta. Hansa Mehta was an Indian diplomat and she was born in 1897, and she played a huge role in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Universal Declaration of Human Rights, right? So that is why she was honored. She was also given the Padma Bhushan by the government of India in 1959. That was a video, best 300 MCQs for the month of June. This was part 4 in English. I'll see you in part 1 of July. Thank you for watching Study IQ.